What's up guys, Nimai Delgado here, vegan IFBB pro, and we are filming the next session of our road to the Hawaii IFBB Pro Show. Currently I am 1 week away from the show, actually 8 days, so peak week begins tomorrow. And today we're going to be doing a little bit of a circuit training and ab workout. Typically most bodybuilders do more isolation type of exercises, so they focus on either arms or chest or back and just do those singular workouts. But today I really like to incorporate athletic style training, so I like to be functional as well as big. So I don't ever want to be too big to where I lose my functionality, to where I lose my athleticism, to where I have to struggle getting out of bed, to where if I'm too big, I'll struggle doing everyday tasks. So I always like to maintain flexibility. I try to maintain as much athleticism as possible. So I do like to incorporate these days of total body workouts, circuit training, high intensity style training, and really kind of shocking your body into a dynamic load to where you're not necessarily doing isolations. You're incorporating every muscle from your toes to your head and getting a great body pump. It's great for burning much more calories than your typical isolation workouts because your heart rate's elevated, you're not getting enough oxygen most of the time, you're heavy breathing, you're taking less rest times, and you're incorporating much more compound movements, which naturally needs more energy and more calories. So like I said, I'm 1 week out from Hawaii Pro. My state of mind is on point, I'm focused, my diet's on point, my workouts are intense, I'm making sure that all intensity, everything I'm doing has a specific purpose behind it. As I mentioned before, as you get closer to your shows, you only have a certain amount of workouts until you step on stage. So now I only have 1 week before I step on stage. That means every single workout matters. So I have to walk into the gym with a certain intent. I have to leave all the other crap outside the gym and remember why I'm doing this in the first place. Now, today we're going to be doing a circuit training workout. So like I mentioned before, incorporate total body, get that athleticism that so many bodybuilders lack, get that flexibility. It helps prevent injury, it helps increase blood flow, it helps burn calories, you name it, it does it. And let's get started today. So the first and most important thing that we're going to do today is stretching. I can't emphasize how important stretching is for flexibility purposes, for injury prevention. How many times have you talked to a bodybuilder and say, oh, I have shoulder problems? That's normally because bodybuilders don't typically stretch before they work out. They walk into the gym, they throw a couple plates on the bench and they start tossing up weight. And if your body isn't warmed up and your muscles and your joints aren't ready for that kind of weight, guess what? You're gonna have an injury. So I always begin my workouts with maybe 10 to 15 minutes of static and dynamic stretching. Just going up against a wall, doing static holds, just making sure that I can feel the muscle loosening up, I can feel the blood going into the muscle, making sure my joints are warmed up, making sure, you know, I'm just preparing myself physically and mentally for the workout that I'm about to do. A great exercise to warm up, always one of my go-to exercises is push-ups. So the first two warm-up exercises we're going to start off with is push-ups and then immediately into air squats. So after you get a good stretch, you know, stretch out your legs, stretch out your arms. We're gonna get right into it. Just do maybe 15 to 20 reps of push-ups, followed immediately by 15 to 20 reps of air squats. And the intention of this warm-up is to really just get the blood flowing. So don't worry about weight or anything like that. Just, you know, just focus on form, focus on stretching those muscles while you're doing your push-ups and while you're doing your air squats. Make sure, you know, you feel it in your legs, you start to feel a burn, that's good. And it's going to get you ready for this next workout because I promise you, you're going to need it. It's tough. So let's jump into this first circuit. It's a challenging circuit. It incorporates 3 compound exercises. We're going to do squats directly into pull-ups and then directly into deadlifts. Now I suggest you start with a reasonable weight. You don't want to go too heavy because you're going to burn yourself out very quickly. This takes a lot of energy. So start with a weight that you feel comfortable with. Knock out 10 reps of each exercise, and then after your first set, then you can kind of gauge if you want to increase or decrease the weight. So I'm starting off with 1 plate on squats on either side, and then just body weight pull-ups, and then 1 plate on either side for deadlifts. Okay, so after this first set, I felt the weight was really good. It was challenging, but I felt like I had more in the tank and I could push myself a little bit harder. So what I did was I added another plate to each side, so 2 plates on either side of the squat rack. I added also some chains on my shoulders whenever I did pull-ups just to give it a little bit more resistance, and then also added a plate on either side for the deadlifts. Now this is a really challenging workout. We're gonna start strong and end strong, so this one's really gonna get your blood flowing and get you prepared for the rest of these workouts. The next circuit we're gonna jump right into is ball push-ups followed by hanging leg raises. Now these ball push-ups are a little bit different than the regular push-ups because your hands are a little bit closer together. You're gonna incorporate a little bit more triceps, a little bit more center chest. It's a good workout. Just do 10 to 15 reps followed immediately by hanging leg raises. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna jump on the pull-up bar and you're really gonna crunch with your abs. You're gonna pull your legs up with your abs. Don't try to just swing the weight. Make sure you're focusing on contracting your abs. Do 10 to 15 reps of those as well, and we're gonna do 3 rounds of this circuit. All right, next workout. We're gonna do 30 seconds worth of dumbbell punches followed by cross-body mountain climbers for another 30 seconds. Now grab a set of dumbbells that are pretty light. These get really challenging very quickly, so you don't want to go like crazy, like 30 pounds, 40 pounds, because you won't really be working the muscles that you're targeting. You're trying to target your shoulders and your arms. If you go too heavy, you're going to start swinging with your back, and it's just going to create a whole mess. So grab a lighter set. I'm using 15 to 20 pounds. We're going to go 30 seconds across the body. Really focus on speed, focus on contracting, focus on targeting your shoulders. Afterwards, we're gonna drop the weight and we're gonna jump right into cross-body mountain climbers on a bench. Okay, so the best way to describe this is put your hands on the bench and try to bring your right knee to your left elbow and your left elbow to your right knee, and just alternate back and forth. And again, really focus on contracting your abdominals. This one's a great oblique exercise. This is something that really brings out your obliques and makes them pop, especially when you're on stage. Get you those lines, those striations in your obliques, your side abs. So these are great for that. So 30 seconds, make it count. The next exercise we're gonna jump right into is 30-second bench hops followed by cable crunches. Now we're trying to keep the intensity up, so we're gonna do 3 rounds, 30 seconds of each exercise. The bench hops, what you're gonna do is put your hands on the bench and literally hop back and forth over the bench and really focus on contracting your abs. It's gonna be a little bit of a calf workout, a little bit of a leg workout, but we're really trying to focus on abdominals today. So 30 seconds, hop, hop, hop. You can either count in your head or you can keep a timer on you. Either way works. Just don't cheat yourself and not go to 30 seconds. And then immediately followed by cable crunches. Now I like to do it with a rope. The weight is optional. Just make sure that it's heavy enough for you to challenge your abs, because if you don't challenge your abs, they're never going to work. They're never going to grow. Okay, so for these cable crunches, take a step back from the cable, hold on to it. Try not to move too much of your arms. Really try to pivot at your hip and use your abdominals to pull the weight down. 30 seconds, get it. Make sure it burns by the end of that 30 seconds. Jumping right into some classic workouts. We're gonna do dips and pull-ups. Now, this particular machine is a dip and pull-up machine, so I don't have to switch machines, which is really nice. So I'm gonna do 10 to 15 reps of dips, slow, controlled. Really try to focus on stretching my chest and contracting my triceps, and then followed immediately by close grip pike pull-ups. Now, there's a little bit of an advanced movement, so if you can just do regular pull-ups, that's fine. I like to make it a little bit more challenging, so holding close grip is going to incorporate a little bit more biceps, and holding yourself in a pike position is going to force you to contract your abs the entire time. So we're going to do 15 reps of dips, followed immediately by 15 reps of close grip pike pull-ups. All right, after the dip and pull-up circuit, we're going to jump right into barbell walk downs, followed by jumping knee tucks. Now these barbell walk downs are very difficult, but they are an amazing core workout. I can't tell you how much core strength I've gained when I started doing these. I suggest you start off maybe on your knees if you can't do it from a standing position. So what you want to do is you want to grab a bar, maybe a barbell, place it in the corner so it's been supported, or place it somewhere to where it has some kind of support to where it won't move. You want to start off by gripping at the top of the barbell and then kind of walk your way down hand over hand until you get to a point where you feel like you can make it back up, because if you go too far down, you might fall, you might drop the weight on your head, you don't want that. So I suggest for beginners, start on your knees and work your way down. If you're more advanced and you feel like you have the strength to do it, then start from the standing position, but I promise you these are difficult. And then afterwards, we're gonna jump immediately into jumping knee tucks, no pun intended. And this is an explosive movement, so make it count, make it difficult. We're gonna do about 30 seconds worth of this. Try and get as high as you can, try and tuck your knees up as high as you can and give your knees a good slap, and then just knock it out, and we're gonna do 3 rounds. All right, so by this point, you should be pretty winded. I know I was when I was doing this workout. I was about to die. I don't look like it on film, but I promise you, it is tough. Our last workout, we're gonna do pull-ups followed by leg raises. Now, this is the 3rd pull-up exercise, so you might find it a little bit difficult to do these pull-ups, but I really enjoy pull-ups. I really enjoy the squeeze I get in my back and my biceps from performing them. It's a great upper body workout, and we're gonna follow it by doing leg raises immediately and incorporating the core. So what you wanna do is just grab it wide, perform a nice slow pull-up, release it, and then while you're hanging, perform a leg raise, lower the weight, or lower your legs, and then do another pull-up. We're gonna do 10 to 15 reps of these. By the end of these, your grips might give out, your arms might give out, but I promise you it's worth it. Push through it. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this ab and circuit day. Like I mentioned before, I'm 1 week out from the Hawaii Pro. This workout was definitely challenging, both physically and mentally, but nothing that's worth having comes easy, and I promise you, this workout is challenging, but it is worth it. Maybe you can incorporate it maybe once or twice a week into your own regimen, and I guarantee you'll start to see results. You'll start to shed fat, you'll start to get shredded, and definitely build up that core strength. All right, guys, that wraps it up. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Leave any comments or questions below, and I will try my best to answer them. Leave comments as to what type of videos you would like to see me do in the future. I know I've been lagging on getting more videos out to you guys, but I promise I'm trying, and just bear with me. It's gonna be worth it. I hope you guys have a great day. Take it easy. This is Nimai Delgado, vegan IFBB Pro, signing off.